Everyone. Good morning, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. So I'm so glad you're here. Morning is my favorite time of day because it's the only time of day when the neighborhood is quiet and there's no lawnmowers mowing and I can hear my thoughts. So I'm so glad to have you here with me live. We're going to do about a 30-minute Memorial Day meditation and slow flow. As always, honor, protect, and listen to your body. We're here to honor ourselves. Let me tilt this down just a hair, and honor our fallen heroes. So it's important that you always just check in with yourself. How's your energy today? Is there any injury that you need to protect? First and foremost, that's the first thing, right? So let's come to easy seated pose. So you can just cross your legs, have a seat. As always, you can feel like you can sit up on a pillow if that helps, if your back's feeling tight or if your hips are feeling tight. If you're outside like me, just take in your surroundings and let's rest our hands down onto our knees, roll our shoulders up, back, and down, lift and open the heart. Feel the tailbone anchoring down into the ground and the crown of the head reaching up to the sky. So you're sitting up nice and tall. You can turn your palms to face up if you like and bring your thumb and index finger together to touch. This is called Jnana Mudra. It's just a pose for your hands that helps you hopefully immediately just drop in and feel a little bit more centered. You can rest your eyes closed if you like, or keep them softly open and take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. So just take a moment to land on your mat and be present in the moment. And we're going to take a short pause, a moment of silence to honor and send out gratitude for the brave men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice while protecting our freedom. So let's take another deep breath in and exhale. And take this next few moments just to mindfully remember our fallen heroes and to keep them in our hearts as we honor their sacrifices with our gratitude. Now bring awareness to your breathing and breathe in a little more deeply. Feel your heart lift a little bit higher. And let's go ahead and draw our hands to our heart center and send out courage and love and compassion, and feel a sense of gratitude as we mindfully just pause and breathe and fill our hearts with love and compassion. Go ahead and draw your hands together in prayer at your heart center. Bow your chin to your chest. You can bring your fingertips up to touch the space between your eyebrows so you feel centered, and you set that intention of gratitude and compassion. Let's take a deep sun breath in. As we greet this new day, this Memorial Day, take a big sun breath in, gather in good positive energy, and exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way to child's pose. Again, this is going to be a slow flow practice, a warrior slow flow, but we still want to mindfully honor and listen to our bodies always, and take this opportunity to fill your own self-care cup. So stretch your fingertips far away from your toes. Feel space in your arms and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose and shift forward to your hands and knees. We're going to go ahead and curl the toes, lift the hips up to the sky, and come into downward facing dog. So this is our first downward dog, and for some of you, you're just waking up. So let's take our time, spread those fingertips out wide, and let's pedal the heels out right and left. So slow down, bend your left knee, drop your right heel, and then bend your right knee, drop your left heel. So you're taking a slow walk from side to side, just pedaling out and walking your downward dog. And as you do that, again, you're mindfully bringing awareness to your hands. You're feeling grateful and grounded. And here's a great quote that I love about fearlessness and courage, which I think is so important to just acknowledge in ourselves and others. And that is, pray not to be sheltered from our dangers, but to be fearless when facing them. So as you continue to pedal right and left, just contemplate courage and fearlessness feeling grounded and grateful in the moment. Pedal one more time right and left. Beautiful. We're going to start with a half sun salutation to get a little bit warmer. So we're going to go ahead and draw forward to a plank pose, right to the top of a push-up. You guys know you are always welcome to modify by bending your knees to the mat. Otherwise, with straight legs and a strong core, eyes focus slightly forward. Pull the belly in and up, take a deep breath in, and exhale as you bend the elbows and slowly lower all the way down to your mat. We're going to start with the baby cobra next. So you're going to point your toes and just come up to whatever degree feels good for your back. So you're opening your heart and lifting through the center of the chest. Take a big breath in with an open heart, compassion and love. Curl the toes, come back into downward facing dog as you push through the hands, lift through the tailbone, and drop through the heels. And feel free to, again, pedal out right and left as you gently wake the body up. Moving slowly and mindfully. And one more time, let's go ahead and shift forward to plank. Come into the top of your push-up, modifying by bending your knees if you like. Take a big breath in, and then exhale. Bend your elbows and lower down. You can come into an upward facing dog if your back feels ready, or another cobra. Big breath in either way, opening the heart, and then lifting through the tailbone, push back, downward facing dog. And now we're going to go ahead and walk the hands backwards towards your feet. So walking hands backwards, I want you to take your feet as wide as your mat. So pinky toes are to the outside edge of your mat. You're going to grab to opposite elbows and release the crown of the head towards your mat. And just sway from right to left. This is a nice hamstring stretch, a release from the back. It's called ragdoll. And you're just swaying from right to left to release all tension. You can bend the knees as much as feels comfortable in your hamstrings, or start to straighten them if that feels better. And then find stillness again at the center, releasing your head completely, relaxing the neck. And then go ahead and release the fingertips down to the floor. You're going to toe heel your feet together. We're going to come into a halfway lift by sliding the hands to the shins. Really pull that belly in, slide the shoulder blades back and down. And exhale, round your spine, come into forward fold. We're going to come all the way up to standing next. So you're going to press through your feet, feel grounded through your feet, reach all the way out and up. Take a big sun breath again, greeting the new day, feeling grateful and grounded. Draw your hands to heart center and pause. Okay, we're going to move through a full sun salutation now. So we're going to inhale, reach all the way out and up. Big breath in as you stretch out and out. And then dive forward into your forward fold, rounding your spine, releasing all tension from your neck. Again, we're moving mindfully and slowly here. Halfway lift, stretch out those hamstrings, open your heart, pull your shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, round your spine, fold in half, bring your chin to your chest and your nose to your knees. We're going to walk forward into a plank pose, so take 4 steps forward with your hands and make sure you've got alignment from your wrist to your elbow to your shoulder. Then vinyasa again, elbows bend. You can come halfway down or all the way to your mat. Come into a cobra or upward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open the heart to love and compassion and gratitude. And then curl the toes, push back, downward facing dog. We're going to do that 2 more times, a little bit faster. Walk your hands backwards towards your feet. Go through your halfway lift as you inhale, hands to shins, shoulders back, lengthen out your spine. Relax and fold in half, stretching your hamstrings, chin to chest, nose to knees. Rise all the way up to standing as you press to your feet, reach out and up, big sun breath in. We're going to dive straight out of it again and repeat it 2 more times a little faster. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift, stretch it out. Exhale, fold in half. Take 4 steps forward with your hands. Go through the vinyasa with bent knees if you wish. Open your heart on your inhale, honor yourself, honor the fallen heroes, feel grateful for today. Push back, downward facing. Walk your hands backwards towards your feet. One more time, halfway lift, inhale, open the heart, lengthen through the tailbone. Exhale, round your spine and fold in half, hopefully warming up the body. As we rise and stand with a big sun breath, inhale. Good positive energy, reach for it and gather it. Exhale, dive out 1 more time through. Halfway lift, look forward, inhale. Exhale, fold in half. Relax your neck completely. Walk forward with your hands, so 4 steps forward in a nice strong plank. And then one more vinyasa, elbows bent, lower to your mat, or halfway if you like. Inhale to your cobra or upward facing. Pause and curl your toes, push back, downward facing dog, and breathe. Take a moment in your downward dog. Again, contemplate courage. And here's another quote. In the beginning, there is not much difference between courage, not much difference between the coward and the courageous. The only difference is the coward listens to his or her fears and follows them. And the courageous person puts their fears aside and goes ahead into the unknown despite the fear. So that's a beautiful quote on courage. You can go ahead and release your knees down if you haven't already. And we're going to do what's called a kneeling warrior, which I really love because it's a great stretch and a great modification. So you're going to go ahead and step your right foot up and forward and tilt this down just a hair. So the right foot is up and through your hands. And your back knee is going to pivot out just a little bit. And if your knees are sensitive, you guys know this, and I'm on a concrete surface here on my front porch, so you can fold up your mat to get a little padding underneath the back knee if that feels better for you. And then the back foot's going to kick in just a little bit with the front foot up and in between your hands, or at the front edge of your mat with your toes turned forward. And then you're just going to hinge and bend that right knee. So the back knee, I'll pivot a little bit to the side so you can see better from the side. The back knee is on a mat, and the front foot is just hinging forward. And you should feel that nice stretch through the back hip flexor, groin, inner thigh, and that front knee is right out over the ankle. So the hands are going to come to heart center, and we're going to do warrior arms. So you're going to reach your right hand forward and your left hand back. Now, as always, the belly's pulling in, the collarbone and the heart is open, the eyes are focused, and the breath is smooth in and out through the nose. Take a big breath in, really reach through those fingertips. And then the right forearm's going to come down to the right thigh. The left hand's going to sweep out and up and over the head. Oh, that feels so good to get that good side stretch to the left side of the body. Relax your jaw. You can turn your right hand up to the sky. Make sure the fingertips are really reaching away with that left hand. Take a big breath in. I'm watching a squirrel hop through the yard. I love it. My favorite place to do yoga. All right, go ahead and come up from that. We're going to bring the hands down on either side of your right foot, and you're going to pull the right leg straight, or pull the tailbone back to the left foot, and straighten the right leg so you get that nice stretch through the right hamstring. I know a lot of you are runners, hikers, cyclists, outdoor sports enthusiasts. So hamstrings are tight. So you don't have to straighten this right leg. What I want you to feel is a stretch in your right hamstring. Say good morning to your hamstrings. I honor you, even if you're feeling tight. Just accept where you're feeling, what you're feeling in your body and where you are today. Wherever you are, take one more big breath in and see if you can pull that left hip back a little bit, closer to the tailbone. Feel that stretch. And go ahead and shift the weight forward. You're going to curl the left toes under, squeeze the left leg straight, and step backwards into downward facing dog. Again, once again, just taking a moment to reflect on courage, feeling brave, fearless. Doesn't mean that we're not afraid. It means that we feel those feelings and we go forward anyway, like the quote I read. Okay, we can do a half vinyasa here, and then we'll get the other side with that kneeling warrior. So shift forward to plank, lower down as you exhale. Inhale as you open and lift your heart, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Again, just take that moment to feel a sense of deep gratitude today. And then go ahead and release the knees down. Again, if you want to pat underneath that back knee, you can just fold your mat under. So the right knee's on the mat, and then the left foot's up and through the hands. The back foot is pivoted in just a little bit, kind of like a kickstand in, and then you bend that front knee so that the left knee is right out over the left ankle. This is your kneeling warrior. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a big breath. And then reach the left hand forward and the right hand back in that kneeling warrior. So you're getting a nice stretch through the hip, probably the hip flexor on the back leg. The heart is open, the belly's pulled in, the eyes are soft, the breath is smooth in and out through the nose. Good. Take one more nice deep breath in. And exhale, bring your hands down on either side of your left foot. You can unfold that mat if you want to, and then extend the left leg straight as you pull the tailbone back towards your right heel. You're folding out over your leg, feeling a stretch through the left hamstring. Bring in the nose in the direction of the left knee. Again, just noticing how that hamstring is feeling without judgment, without criticism. You're here on the mat. The most important part is that you showed up. So let's try not to start our day with judgment and criticism, okay? You're here, be positive, be mindful, be grateful. Take one more nice deep breath in. And then bend that left knee, shift your weight forward, right toes curl under, right knee straight. Step backwards into your downward facing dog. Once again, every time we land in this downward dog, I want you to just take a moment as we started our practice today to just feel grateful, grounding yourself through your hands and dropping through your heels. And then you can go ahead and do another half vinyasa by drawing forward to plank, bending your elbows and lowering either all the way to your mat or halfway. Back bending into cobra upward facing, feel the heart open, love and compassion and gratitude and mindfulness, and back to downward facing dog as we exhale. So from here, we're going to practice a standing warrior next, still working on that courage, that fearlessness. So the right foot can step up and through your hands. And if it needs some help, you just grab onto it and you scooch it forward so that the right knee is right out over the right ankle. The left heel is flat to the mat. So you can have your hands onto your right thigh and give yourself some support up. And then windmill the arms open so that you're reaching forward and back with your hands. Here we are again in our warrior. A standing version this time, a little deeper bend, feeling grateful, feeling grounded, feeling courageous, fearless, that warrior spirit. So it's not about not being afraid. It's about doing things that make us feel a little uncomfortable sometimes and going forward anyway, despite the fear. Let's turn the right palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can, really reach, and then come into Sun Warrior by bending that right knee a little bit deeper and sweeping the right hand up to the sky. Now the left hand's behind your left thigh and it's reaching down towards the back of your left knee. Look upward if you can, breathe deeply, you've got this. And then go ahead and bring your hands down on either side of your right foot. And we're going to add in that hamstring stretch again and do some hip openers this time. So the left knee is going to come back down to the mat. You're going to pull your tailbone back towards, good morning, Finchy. I'm sure you heard that one. We've got a little bird's nest, I think, in the tree here. So lots of birds chirping, which is very calming, by the way, for your central nervous system. So enjoy the birds. So you're getting a beautiful stretch through your right hamstring. You're folding inward towards yourself. You're breathing deeply, feeling that deep sense of gratitude and peace right now. And one more breath. And then go ahead and shift your weight forward. We're going to add a hip opener here. So I want you to walk your right foot to the outside edge of your mat, to the right outside edge of your mat. And then both hands are going to come onto the inside of the foot. Okay, so you can have your palms flat, fingertips spread out wide, and your right arms right on the inside, your right shoulders right on the inside of your right knee and shin. Now you can stay here if your hips are tight. Most of you will stay right here. All good. Practice that and breathe. If you do want to go a little bit deeper, I'm going to give you some options. You can bring your left forearm all the way down to the mat. Some of you will be able to get your right forearm down. probably not too many, and that's okay. And then you have the option, if you want to try this external rotation pivot, which I think feels really good. The right hand will come right inside the right knee, and you'll be on the right pinky toe side of the foot, externally rotating that knee and looking up and over your right shoulder. So you can stop anywhere along the line, like you could have backed up and just been right here with your hands on the inside of the right foot. Just do a version of the pose that feels really good and right for you. Take one more nice deep breath in through the nose. And then go ahead and bring it all the way back to center. Good job. You're going to bring that right foot back in so it's in the middle of your mat. Curl your left toes under, left leg straight, and step backwards to plank pose, right into the top of a push-up. You are strong, unaligned, core is engaged, eyes are soft. Option to do a vinyasa if you want to bend those elbows and lower down. Inhale to a cobra or upward facing. Big breath in, lift your heart, and downward facing dog again. And we'll get that on the left side. So the left foot's going to step up and through the hands. Again, help it forward if it needs so that the left knee is right out over the left ankle. The right heel is flat. So pivot it down. And then bring yourself up into a warrior pose. So if you need some support, feel free to do that. Windmill the right hand back and the left hand forward. And bend your left knee. Now be mindful in your warrior. Again, core is strong. Knee is out over the ankle. Fingertips are stretching forward and back. Eyes are focused. Jaw is relaxed. And of course, we're breathing in and out through the nose. And we feel strong and courageous and fearless in this moment. Maybe we'll do something today that gets us a little out of our comfort zone. Turn the left palm to the sky. Reach as far forward as you can. Take a big breath in. And then go ahead and come into your sun warrior. Reaching your left hand up to the sky. Slide your right hand as far back as you can so you're getting lots of space in the left ribs. Take a moment again to slow down and be mindful. Take one more breath. And then hands down on either side of your left foot. You're going to pivot your right heel up. Release your right knee down. And extend the left leg straight by pulling the tailbone back. Repeating this runner's lunge. Hopefully feeling a little bit more open the second time through. As you fold inward, bringing the chin to the chest and the nose to the knee. Now bring awareness back to breathing. Bring your awareness back to the intention that you set for gratitude. Just feeling grateful for today, friends and family. One more breath. And then go ahead and shift your weight forward, and we're going to get that hip opener by walking the left pinky toe out to the left side of your mat. Both hands on the inside of your left foot. And again, remember, you can stop right here. This is plenty of a stretch for many people that are real active. But you have the option to go a little bit deeper if that honors your body. And the version would be to bring the right forearm down to the mat, maybe the left forearm. Or you can add that option of pivoting the left knee out to the side, getting that external rotation, which gets a little bit more into the groin, inner thigh. You can do that, by the way, since I'm demonstrating it this way. You can do it with the straight right arm, or you can do it with your right forearm down. Okay, so you're just gently pushing away. We never force, because forcing backfires. It makes the body tighten up. It makes the mind tighten up. So we just want to be open to it, like we're moving in this direction. We're honoring and listening to our bodies. Take one more breath. And go ahead and come back to center. Curl your right toes under. Step the left foot back to the middle of your mat. Right toes curl under, right knee straight. Step through to plank, right into the top of a push-up. Feel strong and courageous. And then go ahead and lower down to your mat. Inhale to a gentle cobra. You're going to take a short pause again and push back to child's pose. So you're folding yourself into a little ball. Forehead drops down to your mat. The space between your eyebrows rests down. Your hands can be back by your feet if you like. tucks you into a tight little ball, palms facing up. And once again, just take a moment to slow down and pause to honor the fallen heroes and the courage that they have. Slowing down to just mindfully remember with an open heart. Take a few more moments there. Just feeling a sense of gratitude wash over you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come up to this kneeling position. So this is hero's pose. And if it's not comfortable on your knees to sit like this, just on your shins like this, then you can just come back to easy seated pose that we started with crossed legs. So either way, you can rest your hands down onto your knees or onto your thighs. Close your eyes and bring attention back to breathing now. Notice the quality of your breath as it comes in through the nose, fills the belly and the diaphragm, the rib cage, and try to breathe all the way up to your heart and to your collarbone. Fill your lungs completely with love and compassion. And as you exhale, feel a sense of deep peace and gratitude. Feel all the tension releasing from your jaw and from your forehead. And do that again. So take a deep conscious breath in. Fill the belly, the diaphragm, the ribs, the heart, the collarbone. Fill up with love and compassion. And as you exhale, release and let it go. Feel a sense of surrendering. Feeling that deep sense of peace and gratitude. And one more time, deep breath in from the belly to the ribs, diaphragm, heart, collarbone. And exhale, release, relax, and let go. Good. You can go ahead and open your eyes. And from here, I want you to go ahead and lie down on your back. We're going to do a few more stretches and then a final meditation. So lying down on your back, just give yourself a hug. First of all, a hug for showing up. As I said, that's always number one, right? You have to show up first before anything else. So I'm proud of you for showing up and for carving out this time, for blocking out distraction and for practicing your self-care. So give yourself a big hug for that. And we're going to do a few more hip and hamstring stretches. So from here, I want you to put your left foot down on the ground and extend your right leg straight up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers under your hamstring. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and just easy hamstring stretch. Doesn't have to be fancy, right? It just has to happen. So here we are, reclined hamstring stretch. If your leg is shaking, then you need to back off a little bit and do a little less. And that is one of those examples that less is more. So allow yourself to breathe deeply and just get a nice hamstring stretch. Take a big breath in. And then from here, we're going to get reclined pigeon. So the right ankle is going to go over the left knee. You're going to externally rotate that right knee out to the side. If you want to take your hand on the inside of the knee and just gently push it away from your face. And then pick the left foot up from the floor and slide your hands underneath your left thigh. Make sure the chin is towards the chest. So you might want to draw it down a little bit so the back of the neck is long. And again, easy breathing. So both feet are flexed and active. I'm getting a nice stretch for that right hip. Take a few more breaths here, just allowing yourself to slow down. And then go ahead and release that left knee to the ground. The right foot's going to come down, and we'll get the same thing on the other side. So the left leg is going to come straight up. Hands come underneath the left hamstring. Check that the chin is towards the chest and you're not struggling or forcing or shaking. Do a little less if you need to. Breathe deeply. Allow yourself to feel a deep sense of peace and calm and gratitude. Take one more big breath in. And then as you exhale, the left ankle is going to go over the right knee. The right foot's going to come up from the floor, and we're in this lovely, easy reclined pigeon stretch, which is a stretch for your left hip, if you feel that. Chin is towards the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. Right knee can push up into the left ankle, so you feel a little bit of a deeper stretch. Take one more deep breath in. And the right foot's going to come down to the mat. Now from here, we're going to do a pose called Reclined Butterfly, and then we'll do a Shavasana. So Reclined Butterfly is the knees come out apart and the hands can rest onto the stomach. The bottoms of the feet will be rolled together. The shoulders are relaxed and your hands are resting onto your stomach to mindfully remind you to breathe into the belly. So you feel your hands rise and fall with the breath in and out through the nose. Allow the groin, inner thigh to stretch. Let gravity do the work for you. You just need to let go. And as we lie here in stillness, once again, just take a moment to feel a sense of peace and gratitude. Take one more breath and really feel your hands float up as you fill your belly with air. And then your hands can come to the outsides of the thighs and pull the knees together. And once again, give yourself a big hug. From here, you can rock and roll up to sitting, or you can roll onto one side and push yourself up to sitting. Okay, we're going to finish with a final meditation. So you can, once again, just where we started, cross your legs, sit up tall. If you want to scooch a pillow or something underneath your hips, feel free to do that. Hands rest down onto your knees, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then turn your palms to face the sky with your thumb and index finger together to touch. Take a deep breath in, slowing down, feeling that warrior spirit deep in your heart. The part of you that is courageous, fearless, brave, that goes into the unknown despite the fear. And then taking that time to honor and send out gratitude. And remember the fallen heroes as we keep them in our heart and honor their sacrifices with our gratitude today. Softly open your eyes and draw your hands to heart center. Bow your chin to your chest. And then take a deep breath in as you sweep your arms all the way out and up. Gather good, positive energy and gratitude for your day. You can look up and watch your palms touch. And exhale, draw your hands in and back to your heart center. Namaste, the light in me, honors and acknowledges that same light that is within each of you. I thank you so much for being here. If you want to find out more about the Mindful Memorial, by the way, you can check out mindfulmemorial.org, I believe, or just Google Mindful Memorial. But I believe their website is mindfulmemorial.org. And then just another reminder that in a few weeks, we're going to be celebrating the summer solstice, which is my favorite time of year, the longest days of the year. We're going to do a 12-day summer solstice reset in June. So that starts in a couple weeks. It's going to be 12 days of yoga, superfoods, and self-care, which is huge now more than ever. You can find out more about that at flexiblewarrior.com. And I would love to see you there. It's really all about self-care more and more. So taking that 12 days to just really nourish yourself and practice that self-care is a wonderful time to reset your intentions halfway through the year as well, as we cruise on and hopefully finish the year super strong with our intentions at the front of mind. So thank you again, you guys, so much for being here. Have an amazing day with your friends and your family. And as always, stay strong, stay positive, stay grateful, and stay flexible, warriors. Until I see you